Welcome to Hero Villains. What do you think? Thanos versus Thragg. Two of the most terrifying tyrants from two opposing universes. Two beings who have faced and overwhelmed entire teams of the most powerful superheroes on their own. Two embodiments of absolute power and limitless brutality. On one side is Marvel's Mad Titan, the one who once wiped out half of all life in the universe with a single snap of his fingers, possessing unmatched physical strength and a cold strategic mind. A being who has defeated even cosmic entities, Thanos. On the other side is the Emperor of the Viltrumite Empire, the ruler of an immortal warrior race with seemingly limitless power, the one who has conquered countless galaxies and crushed anyone who dared to oppose him with his bare hands. Thragg. When the Mad Titan faces the Viltrumite Emperor, when the power of a universal conqueror collides with the strength of an immortal warrior race, who will be the last one standing?
Thanos is an Eternal who possesses a unique mutation associated with Deviant Syndrome, causing his body and abilities to far exceed the normal standards of the Eternal race. Already possessing extraordinary physical attributes, Thanos further enhanced his power through biological augmentation, mystical arts, and power granted by the abstract entity Death. As a result, Thanos possesses extraordinary levels of strength, speed, reflexes, endurance, and regenerative ability. His body is nearly impervious to extreme temperatures, electricity, radiation, toxins, disease, and the aging process. Thanos also does not require food, water, or air to sustain his existence for an indefinite period of time. After receiving a curse from Death, he also became truly immortal, making death a limitation that Thanos' body could almost never reach. Thanos also possesses the ability to absorb, store, and release cosmic energy on a massive scale. He can generate plasma and cosmic energy blasts from his eyes or hands, powerful enough to inflict severe damage on opponents with high levels of power. Thanos possesses exceptionally strong resistance to various forms of psychic attacks and telepathy. He can not only resist mental intrusion, but can also actively use psychic abilities to influence his opponents. The combination of intelligence, physical strength, cosmic energy, and mental abilities makes Thanos one of the most dangerous Eternals ever to appear. Notably, Thanos' power is not limited to his ability to attack head-on. He can fight under extreme conditions without being restricted by ordinary survival needs. His ability to endure for extended periods, exceptional durability, and enormous energy reserves allow Thanos to remain in combat for a very long time. Thanos is an extremely ancient being. He is nearly impossible to destroy completely because even attacks with devastating destructive power have difficulty making him disappear permanently. Thanos once knocked Hulk unconscious through sheer physical strength, demonstrating that his physical power can surpass one of Marvel's most iconic symbols of strength. In many other battles, Thanos has also fought alongside Thor, Hulk, and Silver Surfer, while directly confronting forces possessing cosmic levels of power. Thanos has endured numerous attacks from Silver Surfer with almost no serious effects. After taking the full force that Silver Surfer could unleash in that situation, Thanos' ability to survive has also been demonstrated in numerous events of catastrophic scale. He once survived an explosion involving Cosmos, while also being able to directly block an attack from Mjolnir. Most notably, Thanos once traveled through a black hole approximately 2 light years in diameter. When the black hole completely evaporated, the amount of energy released was described as being on a scale comparable to multiple galaxies. Yet after the entire event, Thanos suffered only a few minor scratches on his body. Thanos' endurance is also sufficient to withstand the power of the Phoenix Force, a source of energy capable of destruction and restructuring on a universal scale. And that is not all. He has also directly endured an extremely powerful attack from Galactus, while Galactus was fully energized. The attack was so powerful that Galactus had to expend an enormous amount of power and subsequently fell into a state of hunger again. Yet Thanos was still able to survive the attack. During his confrontation with Annihilus, Thanos once fought alongside Thor before both of them were struck by an attack of tremendous destructive power. The blast was powerful enough to vaporize Thor, while Gladiator and many other warriors of comparable power were also unable to survive. Yet Thanos remains standing after the explosion. Thanos has also directly endured the terrifying scream of Black Bolt. Black Bolt's abilities can generate immense destructive force through his voice, but Thanos was still able to withstand it and continue fighting. Thanos is capable of going toe-to-toe with top-tier warriors such as Beta Ray Bill, the Champion, and Tyrant. Even more remarkably, he has been able to hold his own against Odin, one of the most powerful entities in Asgard. Thanos' grip strength is also astonishing. He once effortlessly crushed the Tesseract with one hand, demonstrating a level of crushing force far beyond normal physical limits. After the events on Sakaar, Thanos continued to overpower Hulk in direct combat and defeat his opponent through sheer physical strength. Thanos' offensive capabilities become even more terrifying when he was able to directly rip the Mind Stone from Vision's vibranium-constructed head. This action required tremendous force and demonstrated that Thanos possesses not only incredible durability, but also enough physical strength to destroy structures made from highly specialized materials. He also once used his double-bladed sword to break Captain America's vibranium shield. Despite his massive build, Thanos is by no means slow. He possesses extremely fast reflexes and was once able to react in time to Iron Man's repulsor blast. This level of reaction speed demonstrates that Thanos' combat ability does not rely entirely on brute strength. He can observe, assess, and counterattack within an extremely short period of time, making it difficult for opponents to exploit a speed advantage. Most notably, Thanos remains an exceptionally dangerous threat even without using the Infinity Gauntlet. He has directly fought Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America using only his own power. Even without possessing the Infinity Stones, Thanos can still overpower most of Marvel's top superheroes. All of these feats demonstrate that Thanos does not need to rely on weapons or external sources of power to become a high-level warrior. His superior physical abilities, fast reflexes, combat experience, and precise control of his strength allow him to maintain an advantage against multiple opponents at once. Thanos even came very close to invading the mind of Galactus, an entity possessing immense cosmic power. Although he does not possess psychic abilities on the level of Professor X, Thanos' mental powers are still strong enough to make even the most powerful telepaths wary. In the MCU, Thanos also demonstrated overwhelming power when facing Iron Man in the Mark 50 armor. This armor was equipped with advanced nanotechnology capable of transforming weapons, enhancing defense, and supporting combat at an extremely high level. However, Thanos was still able to overpower Tony Stark in direct combat. In terms of power level, Thanos can rival powerful entities such as Zeus in certain aspects, but he is still considered below Odin when comparing their overall power. Even so, this gap does not diminish the level of danger Thanos represents. Even without the Infinity Stones, he remains an extremely high-level warrior. When his physical strength is combined with his mental abilities, combat experience, and virtually unshakable will, Thanos becomes one of the most versatile and dangerous opponents Marvel superheroes have ever faced.
I sincerely hope you will subscribe to the channel. It would help us tremendously, and you are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
Now let's talk about Thragg. Thragg is the regent of Viltrum and is considered the strongest warrior in the history of the Viltrumite race. From a young age, he was chosen and raised with a single goal: to reach the absolute limits of strength. Thragg's training was more brutal than that of any other Viltrumite. He was constantly trained in physical conditioning, combat skills, survival, and battlefield discipline, turning every stage of his development into another step toward ultimate supremacy. Thragg can be seen as a combination of Zod and Batman. He possesses an extraordinary physical foundation, but what truly sets Thragg apart is his virtually relentless training. He is not strong merely because of his bloodline. He was also forged to become the best in every aspect of combat. Even terrifying Viltrumites such as Omni-Man and Conquest, warriors who have lived for thousands of years, still fall significantly behind Thragg in overall power. He possesses the most elite genetic foundation combined with combat experience accumulated throughout his lifetime. This ability is clearly demonstrated by the fact that Thragg can face multiple of the strongest warriors at once while still maintaining the advantage. He is powerful enough to kill opponents capable of destroying planets with a single blow. Nolan, Mark, and Thaddeus once coordinated an attack on Viltrum, a planet described as being approximately twice the size of Earth. Although the planet's core had become unstable due to the effects of the Infinite Ray, this does not mean that Viltrum itself was structurally weak. On the contrary, information within the story indicates that the planet possessed extremely high durability. Thaddeus Thaddeus once warned that if the core had enough time to stabilize again, those involved in the collision could die instantly. Even more notably, the Infinite Ray is described as a source of energy powerful enough to blow away entire stars. Therefore, the fact that Viltrum remained intact before its core was destroyed indicates that the planet's environment had to withstand impacts on a truly catastrophic scale. A race possessing enough power to destroy cities, crush massive objects, and engage in combat at extremely high speeds could not develop stably on a planet with an excessively fragile structure. The harshness of the environment itself contributed to the development of warriors whose endurance far exceeded that of humans. When Viltrumites arrived on Earth, they often looked down on humanity's weakness because the human body and the environment here were not designed to withstand their power. Thragg is the ultimate result of that process. He not only possesses elite genes, but was also trained from birth, accumulated combat experience through countless battles, and continually pushed beyond his own limits. When innate power is combined with thousands of years of experience and brutal training, Thragg becomes the highest standard of the Viltrumite race. Thragg can take down machines possessing enough power to destroy planets with a single direct strike. If Thragg is compared to warriors such as Hulk or Thor, the gap in overall power becomes even more apparent. Although Hulk is often considered superior to Thor in terms of raw strength under many circumstances, Thragg still holds a major advantage thanks to the combination of strength, durability, speed, and combat skill. The key difference is that Thragg possesses virtually none of the limitations commonly seen in opponents such as Hulk or Thor. He does not rely on an emotional state to increase his strength, nor is he easily knocked out of a fight by ordinary attacks. A strike from Iron Man, even when enhanced by advanced technology, would be unlikely to incapacitate Thragg. Combat experience is what makes Thragg especially dangerous. He is not only powerful, but also extremely skilled at exploiting his opponent's weaknesses. His ruthlessness makes Thragg willing to use whatever methods are necessary to achieve victory, while his battlefield judgment allows him to react quickly to unexpected changes. Therefore, if the question is how Hulk could defeat Thragg, the answer becomes quite complicated. Hulk possesses an incredible capacity for growth and power, but Thragg has a clear advantage in speed, combat technique, and actual battlefield experience. He is also the central villain of the Invincible story, holding a role similar to Darkseid in DC or Thanos in Marvel as a symbolic embodiment of supreme power on the opposing side. Thragg's speed also ranks among the highest in the Viltrumite race. He does not necessarily have to be considered the fastest, but Thragg is certainly among the warriors with the most terrifying speed. His movement speed can be compared to that of Omni-Man, Mark, and Conquest, Viltrumites who have demonstrated extraordinary speed in both combat and space travel. Omni-Man has been capable of crossing intergalactic distances in a very short amount of time. If a journey across the galaxy in approximately 1 week is used as the basis for estimation, his speed could reach tens of millions of times the speed of light, depending on the specific distance used in the calculation. From there, if the same estimation method is applied to Thragg, his speed could be placed somewhere between 45 and 85 million times the speed of light. More importantly, Thragg is capable of turning his speed into a combat advantage. He can close the distance to an opponent, change direction, and deliver attacks within an extremely short period of time. When combined with his immense strength and superior durability, Thragg becomes a warrior capable of overwhelming his opponents both in direct combat and in battles taking place across vast areas of space. Therefore, Thragg is not simply a warrior with immense power, but also a combat specialist with extensive real-world experience. Every movement he makes is optimized to inflict damage and end the fight as quickly as possible. Viltrumites can cross distances of millions of light years in just a few weeks, demonstrating that their ability to travel through space far surpasses any conventional means of transportation. If Thragg truly surpasses the strongest Viltrumites physically, his speed could potentially reach even greater levels. Thragg's endurance is what truly makes him such a terrifying opponent. During his battle with Battle Beast, Thragg's body was severely damaged to the point that his internal organs were nearly destroyed, while his head and eyes also suffered horrific injuries. Yet he continued fighting for 4 straight days without surrender. When this feat is compared to Thanos' displays of endurance, the difference lies in the severity of the injuries and the length of time he was able to remain in combat. The fact that Thragg continued fighting for days while his body was already in in an almost completely exhausted state demonstrates endurance far beyond normal standard. The battle between Thragg and Battle Beast was not merely a confrontation between two warriors possessing tremendous physical strength. Every punch generated enough impact to create shockwaves on a massive scale. His combat skills and unyielding will elevated Thragg to the pinnacle of the Viltrumite race. He is not only capable of defeating opponents through sheer power, but is also fast enough to close the distance, durable enough to prolong the battle, and experienced enough to exploit every mistake his opponent makes. This is why Thragg is considered one of the most terrifying warriors in the Invincible universe. This is a battle between two of the most powerful beings from two different universes. Both Thanos and Thragg possess physical strength on a cosmic level. Thanos has defeated Hulk and Thor, beings with planet-destroying levels of power. Thragg has defeated Omni-Man and Invincible, who possess comparable levels of strength. In a pure hand-to-hand confrontation, both of them could inflict serious injuries on each other. However, Thragg's strength tends to be displayed in a more direct and relentless manner, while Thanos' power is often combined with energy attacks and strategy. And Thragg, as a Viltrumite, possesses flight speeds far beyond the speed of light, along with an absolutely terrifying level of combat speed. Thanos, although extremely powerful, is not known for possessing extraordinary speed. He typically reacts and fights at the speed of conventional superheroes rather than at the cosmic speeds of Thragg. This means Thragg could potentially throw thousands of punches while Thanos only has time to throw one. He could move around Thanos, attack from every direction, and easily evade Thanos' counterattacks. This is an enormous tactical advantage that would be extremely difficult for Thanos to overcome. In terms of durability, both are nearly indestructible. However, the nature of their durability is different. Thanos possesses an exceptionally durable body that is nearly impossible to destroy with ordinary attacks. Thragg is the same, and on top of that, his Viltrumite regeneration and immortality make him even more difficult to take down. Both can withstand devastating attacks, but Thragg's ability to recover may be faster and more effective in a prolonged battle. Thanos is a brilliant strategist, one of the greatest minds in the universe. He would quickly recognize Thragg's speed advantage and attempt to find a way to neutralize it. He could use wide area energy attacks, create traps, or use his intelligence to predict Thragg's movements. However, Thragg is no fool either. He is a military strategist who has spent thousands of years conquering worlds. He would not easily fall into Thanos' traps. He would use his speed to overwhelm Thanos and give him no time to think or execute complex plans. The battle begins. Thanos, with the confidence of someone who has defeated gods before, will stand his ground and wait. Thragg, driven by his warrior instincts, will immediately charge into the attack. He will move at terrifying speed and throw a punch with all his strength. Thragg's punch will slam into Thanos' chest, creating a massive explosion. Thanos will be knocked backward, but he will not be seriously injured. He will counter with a punch of his own, but Thragg will have already moved to the side. The battle will turn into a chase, with Thragg constantly moving and attacking from every direction while Thanos tries to defend himself and counterattack. Thanos will realize that he cannot keep up with Thragg's speed. He will begin using wide area energy attacks, attempting to create a zone of destruction to keep Thragg at bay. Thragg will have to be careful to avoid these attacks, but he will still be able to close the distance and attack Thanos. The battle will become prolonged and brutal. Both will inflict serious injuries on each other. But gradually, Thragg's speed advantage will begin to take effect. He will be able to land more attacks and inflict more damage, while Thanos will gradually become exhausted from constantly defending himself and being unable to attack effectively. Eventually, Thragg will find an opening. He will target weaknesses in Thanos' body, such as his eyes or joints. He will unleash a relentless barrage of attacks at an unbelievable speed, leaving Thanos stunned and unable to fight back. In that moment, Thragg will use all of his strength to deliver the finishing blow, punching through Thanos' skin and severely injuring him. Thanos is defeated, crushed by the relentless speed and overwhelming power of the Viltrumite Emperor. This is a hard-fought but well-deserved victory for Thragg.
And that is our analysis of the battle between the Mad Titan and the Viltrumite Emperor. Let us know what you think by leaving a comment below. Are you siding with the power and intelligence of the Mad Titan, or the speed and endurance of the Viltrumite Emperor? If you enjoy epic battles between the rulers of the universe, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the battles to come. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much.